If a lender ever promised you an instant pre-approval in 2 minutes, you need to hear this first. That is not a real pre-approval. It's a checkbox, and it can collapse at the moment you're under contract on the house you love. I'm Rebecca Foote, and for more than 20 years, my team and I have done one thing: tell homebuyers the truth about their money, even when it isn't what they want to hear. Today, I'm walking you through the exact mortgage pre-approval process we use, step by step. And near the end, I'll show you the one step that almost every lender skips. The step that turns a flimsy pre-approval letter into a fully underwritten mortgage loan commitment. The kind that makes a seller choose you over someone else's offer. Stay with me, because that step is the difference between you keeping the house and you losing it after you fell in love with it. Step 1 is to start the conversation. Here's what happens all the time. People talk themselves out of buying a house before they ever pick up the phone. They assume that they won't qualify, so they don't even ask. And that one's heartbreaking, because a lot of them are closer than they think. So step 1 is simple. Reach out, call, email, fill out a form. You don't need to have your paperwork organized or your finances perfect. You just need to say, hey, I'm thinking about buying and I don't know where to start. From there, we have a real conversation. Not a form, a conversation. What's your timeline? What state are you looking at buying in? Are you W-2 or self-employed? Are there any credit bumps that I should be aware of? Those answers change everything, and no online questionnaire hears them the way a person does. And if what's really holding you back is a little voice saying, checking is going to wreck my credit, good, because that's the first myth I'm going to kill. When you request your credit for a pre-approval, it's a small, temporary dip, not a disaster that people picture. And if you're shopping more than one lender, the scoring models bundle your mortgage inquiries together in a short window, generally 14 to 45 days depending on the model, into a single inquiry. Translation: smart shopping doesn't punish you. That fear should never be the reason you don't make a call. Once that's off your shoulders, here's what actually happens next. Step 2, the questionnaire. You'll fill out a mortgage questionnaire online, in person, or over the phone with us. Honestly, I prefer over the phone, and here's why. Say you tell me you make $7,000 a month. Great, but is that salary or hourly, commission? Are you self-employed? Are some months higher and other months lower? That changes which documents I need and which loan programs you actually fit in. If you're self-employed, a business owner, a 1099 contractor, anyone whose income doesn't fit neatly into that tax return box, there are programs built exactly for you too. And I want to spot this on day 1, not on week 3. But if you want to fill out the questionnaire at 11 o'clock at night from your couch, do it. We'll just add to the form the context that a form can't capture, because everything after this depends on one thing: building your file on the truth, which is exactly why the next step is not just a rubber stamp. Step 3, the loan officer review. After your questionnaire is in, one of our loan officers reviews it and calls you. This is not a formality. We're structuring your loan in a way that underwriting is going to actually read it. So we go back through it together and catch the typos, the misread questions, and the missing pieces. It happens to everyone. Then we talk about your goals. What payment actually feels comfortable? Are you buying in 6 weeks or 6 months? Are you flexible on location or dead set on one neighborhood? We can't build the right loan until we know what right means for your life. And right almost never means the biggest number you can get. To do this properly, I need to see a few things first, and the list is shorter than you think. Step 4 is the documents. For a typical W-2 buyer, recent pay stubs, your W-2s for the last 2 years, 2 months of bank statements, and a photo ID. That's it. If you're self-employed, we tailor it. Usually tax returns, a profit and loss statements, and bank statements. If you're looking for a non-QM program, there are a few pieces of the puzzle that we need there as well, and we'll walk you through them. The one thing that actually controls your speed here is you. The faster you send us the documents, the faster we move. Once they're in, we sit down and put real numbers in front of you. And this is where I do something you might not expect from a lender. Step 5 is the numbers conversation. Your loan officer walks you through all of it. Your pre-approval amount, your real monthly payment with taxes and insurance, your closing costs, your debt to income ratio, and how much room you have to move up or down on price. Here's the part that most people don't know. Your pre-approval amount is not a ceiling and it's not a target. We do not max qualify people. I've watched some lenders hand someone the highest number they can technically qualify for, and I watched that same family end up house poor, one broken water heater away from panic. Not on my watch. What I care about is whether the payment feels good to your actual life and 5 years from now, not just on paper today. So we run it at a few different price points, talk through the trade-offs, and you leave knowing exactly what you can do. No mystery and no pressure. Quick thing, if this is already making the process feel less scary, the best next move when you're ready is just a conversation with us. The link's in the description below. No pressure and no obligation. Okay, back to the one step almost every lender skips, because this is the one that protects your entire deal. Step 6, fully underwritten pre-approval. Here it is, the step I promised. Most lenders run your credit, glance at your income on paper, and hand you the letter. That letter might hold, or it might blow up in underwriting after you've written an offer and fallen in love on the home. We do the opposite. When it makes sense, we send your file to a real underwriter before you even go shopping. They review everything up front. Does it cost more? No. Does it take a little longer? Just a little. But what you get isn't a flimsy letter, it's a fully underwritten mortgage loan commitment. When a listing agent sees that from us, they know you're the real thing. And in a competitive market, that's the difference between your offer and the other 5. Those instant unverified letters, experienced agents know them and they know exactly what they're worth. Here's the kind of thing this catches. Say an underwriter flags a large deposit sitting in your account. Totally innocent. Maybe your employer reimbursed you for a work trip, but it still has to be sourced. With a lender who skipped this process, that wouldn't surface until you're under contract, when a delay can cost you the house. Caught early, it's usually a 2-day fix with one letter. That's the whole point of doing this before you shop and not after. Recently, I did a pre-approval for a self-employed client. When I sent the file into underwriting, the underwriter used a higher income for the client than I had previously calculated. This allowed the borrower to qualify for even a higher price point home than I had originally qualified him for. While he ended up not buying in the higher price range, it did allow us to have a lower debt to income ratio, and that helped us get him better pricing on his mortgage insurance. So what actually happens when your file hits underwriting? 2 things, and both are good news. Step 7. What underwriters find. This is also where you're protected, because underwriters are thorough and they catch what you would never want surfacing mid-deal. Your file comes back one of 2 ways, either a clean pre-approval or the underwriter asks for a little more. Maybe a quick letter explaining a large deposit or clarification on your work history. And catching that now while you're sitting at home instead of under contract is the entire point. Those mortgage horror stories, the deals collapsing days before closing, buyers losing their earnest money deposits, or closing dates getting delayed, almost all of them trace back to a pre-approval nobody really checked. We find the issues first, we fix them, and you walk into the market with real confidence. Every file is a little different, and that's exactly why you talk with a real person and not a bot. Timeline and what to expect. I know that felt like a lot of steps. Here's the reality. From the day you apply to you're holding a fully underwritten mortgage loan commitment, we're usually talking under a week. Sometimes up to 10 days if your situation's a little more complex. The single biggest variable is how fast you get us your documents. If you're motivated and responsive, this can move really quick. Home buying feels overwhelming right up until you understand it. Once you know the steps, it's manageable and it's absolutely worth it. I've spent more than 20 years helping first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, self-employed borrowers, I-10 borrowers, high earners, and anyone whose income doesn't fit into a neat little box. If you got a mortgage need, we want to help you figure it out. So whether you're buying this month or just starting to daydream about it, the next best step is a conversation. The link to book a call is in the description below. No pressure and no obligation. And if this helped, please subscribe because I put out one of these videos every week to help you buy with confidence. I'm Rebecca Foote and I'll see you in the next one.